Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm speaking about something that is very close to my heart. Maybe a disclaimer, I'm not a mental health specialist, I'm a speech therapist, and I felt like today maybe I should share something that I've been going through a lot as the year is ending, and I'm just reflecting on many things, the idea of going home. I'm currently working in Joburg and home is KZN, so I have a lot of emotions that I've been going through, and I was like, maybe let me do a video because I may not be the only one going through the emotions that I'm going through. So I just want to say before I start my video, it is okay to ask for help and to actually prioritize yourself as a person. Umtobisindaba speaks about mental fitness. He doesn't call it mental health anymore. He calls it mental fitness. You guys can go check out his video. He was the guy I was with when we did the relationship series, and he's quite wise. He's actually a social work by profession and a PhD in philosophy. So go, he's a very philosophical guy. But today I just want to speak about mental health as well as dealing with loss, especially during the time of the holidays where you may be feeling like you are by yourself. So I started off by saying it's okay to ask for help, and not only ask for help but also prioritize yourself, especially if you're going through challenging time and seasons. So I'm going to talk about some of the tips that I've found that actually work for me, because we all go through situations where our emotions are taking the better of us. In fact, it's the last exam and I'm just feeling like I can't do this anymore. I'm having dreams and visions about not doing this anymore. So without rambling, let me go over to the notes that I had prepared. So one of the things that I also want to say to you is I'm sorry that you may be finding yourself going through something like this, especially during the festive season. It is hard to go through something that makes you feel like you are alone and you are lonely. So taking your mental health as a priority is quite crucial in this season, because sometimes we go through Instagram and Facebook and we see everyone having their best time of their lives, and we can go into comparison and feeling like then our lives are not worth living, because how come everyone is having the best time? People are going like December, like, and you just like, oh my goodness, what about me? So take care of your mental health. That is crucial. And here are some of the suggestions that I'm going to give you. One of the first things that I also had to do is that, one, acknowledge your feelings. Your feelings are valid, and it's okay to feel a range of emotions during this time. You may be feeling loneliness, sadness. It is okay. Acknowledge these feelings and actually allow yourself to feel them. I'm not saying that we must dwell in them every day, but I've also felt like sometimes we do not give ourselves an opportunity to feel. We rush into getting out of the feeling. So acknowledge the feeling, and know that it is okay to not be okay at times. Number two, I would say also reach out for support. So reach out to a close friend, a family, or a group. If you are in a place where you can't go home during this season, maybe speak to, like, find out from your friends who's not going, and maybe do like a get together, a virtual call. I was actually in a call with one of my friends, and she said she's abroad, and she's like, I I can't go home, and we had to take that moment and say, we're gonna connect with each other and share our emotions over the video. It's not always the same because you can't get a hug, but now felt like I got a virtual hug. So reach out for support. Tell one of your close friends. With Mtobi Sindaba, we discuss about creating safe spaces, or cultivating safe spaces where it is okay for you to be you, to show out, to show up as 100% of who you are. So reach out for support, join virtual communities where it's okay to talk about feelings and getting assistance. And also, it's okay to create new traditions. I'm going to go home after years. Normally, when I go home, the first place I'll go to is where my dad would be. And I can't do that. So now I need to create new tradition. What does Christmas look like to me? I'm going to church. So if instead of waiting to speak to him on Christmas Day, I go to church and praise the Lord. So that is me creating a new tradition. It may also for you finding new different activities that you can do. I know different sports. Like if you go to the malls right now, there's Christmas lights, there's everything. So if you find that you can't be at home or you can't be with your loved one, go to new events. Go to a Christmas event that may be arranged by a mall or by a church, so you create a new tradition. Also, one of the things that sometimes I also fail in is taking self-care practices. Take time. As a person, I've just booked a spa. If you can't book a spa, or you can't just light a candle, some people light candles and they take long showers. If you've got kids, this is the brilliant time to send the kids to their grandparents if they have, and also just focus on you, just to get the time when no one is going to call you and say mom or wife, or just take self-care a bit more serious in this season. This can include things like reading. I don't know when was the last time I actually read a book, but anyway, read a book, and the book is not about academics. That's what I feel like doing, like finishing books. It could be playing music, watching a movie. Guys, it's okay sometimes to binge watch a series that might be involving some self-care practice into your routine, and sometimes going back to a habit that you used to do or a hobby that you used to do. So I once told my friend, go back swimming, go back dancing, because self-care is quite important, and doing something that you used to enjoy also brings joy to your heart. And also during this season, what you want to do is you also want to set realistic expectations. So you want to understand that it's okay if the festive season is different, because someone that you love, it could have been you broke up with your bae, you used to go together and do things, and now the bae is not there. So it's okay, it's gonna be different, and it's okay to know that it's gonna be different. It's not gonna be the same like what you used to do together. So set realistic expectation. Don't feel pressured to conform to the standards. People are gonna be like, "Aibo, upusmari way to figure now." If he's not there, my friend, and if you're going to spaces and places where they're gonna question you about it, it's okay to set boundaries and actually not go to those spaces, or limit your time in those spaces, because it may invoke certain feelings of loneliness, because when those people saw you, they used to see you with your significant other or with your other family members. So limiting and having realistic expectations help. Sometimes one of the best advice that someone gave me was to actually give back. Go to, whether it's a church or an event, an NGO, and do something to give back. Seeing the smile of the kids, seeing the smile of old people actually fills up your happy hormone, oxytocin, your happy hormone. And giving back actually also puts things or puts joy in your heart, and is good for your mental well-being. Now I just want to speak to the youth, especially the youth. Mama 2000, I love you. I'm forever surrounded by Mama 2000. So I just want to say, reach out to your friends and connect with peers. Like you may be going down to Durban and you were staying in Cape Town or Eastern Cape or wherever you were for varsity or for work purposes. Reach out to your friends or classmates. You may also reach out to people who are experiencing similar emotions, so that you guys can be each other's support structure. So that safe space for you. Talk to someone. Talk to an adult. Guys, one thing about talking to adults is, we've goished before. See, goishile nathi. Sometimes you may see us as this very like strict and whatever, but we've gone through some of the things that you are going through. Create a safe space with that one person that you can trust, who's open, and talk to them. Don't hesitate to talk to a trusted friend, a family member, a teacher, a counselor. They can actually sometimes offer you guidance before you may even take amapilisi, because now you and your boyfriend have broken up, or the person that you love, you had this love relationship happening at rest, and now you're going home for the first time, and it's gonna be like prolonged. period before you actually see your loved one. So talk to someone. One of the other things that I also want to say, as I'm gonna finish, is engage in positive activities. Participate in activities that bring you joy, like I've said with the other ones. Where if you love dancing, my baby, go after it. If you love sports, go do it. And then set boundaries. You wanna set boundaries and say, I also don't want to run away from this. It is okay to seek professional help if you feel like the emotion, for instance, of grief is now impacting your ability to cope. So I remember when I just given birth, I used to say to my husband, because I was speaking about postpartum depression, I said to him, if you see these signs, please refer me to hospital. I'm a speech therapist. I'm a health professional. I also advocate seeking professional help because some of the things actually require professional help. It may be that in this season your body is not producing enough oxytocin, happy hormone, and you need someone who's going to take blood and then say, we need to put you on antidepressant. So, as I close, guys, mental health and mental fitness is an important thing during this time of celebration. And it's always okay to not be okay. But if that is now influencing your ability or hindering your ability to cope, seek professional help. I love you. I need you to survive. Happy holidays. Stay sane.